Hello there. In this chapter, I am going to explain you all about string operations. So this chapter will focus on all the required methods, properties of string, and then we will able to see how these functions or these methods of a string object help us to achieve or solve the complex string problems. So now, what is a string? You know, you know that string is a collection of characters surrounded by either single quotes, double quotes, or three times double quotes at the beginning and three times double quotes at the end. So here you can see that if you want to use a single line string, you can use like this way. Here I define a variable called single STRA, and inside double quotes define I assign the value hello world inside the double quotes. So this is the way to represent a single single quotes. This is a way to use a single quotes to store the string value in a string object. Now, if you want to store multi-line string in a string variable, then you have to use three times double quote at the beginning of a string and three times double quotes at the end of a string. And and in between these three times double quotes, you can type your strings or characters with as many as line by pressing the enter. Okay, so this way you can define the string with single line and multi-line. Now, you can also use the single quotes and double quotes, or you can also use a single quote to define the string. That means the same thing. Okay. So what happened when you define the string and assign some value in that string variable? So actually, a string, as you know, that is a sequence data type. That means each item or each character represent a one position in the memory cell and then hold that address, and combinedly it represent the string. So here you can see that is a memory representation of your string variable called string hello world, where the string has been assigned corresponding like 0 indexing, 1 indexing, 2 indexing, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here you can see that there are almost 11, in fact, there are 11 characters has been used to represent this string. 5 space is also a character, or I would say the special character that also consists or the part of this string. Now, this position basically says that like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically, it shows that this that position of particular character inside the string. Like here, the H in the string at the 0 position, E at the 1 position, and 2 at the 2 there would be the L. Similarly, L at the third position, and so on. So, if you want to access particular character of a string, like let's suppose this string is called assigned in str, like str, and if you want to access a single character, then only need to use the position numbers that keep this value and that point this value at this position. So like if I say if you want to access h, then what I need to do, I have to specify at the index 0 inside the index item of the str, then it will return me the h. Okay, So you can traverse the string as a substring by using the Python slice operator. It cuts off the substring from original string and thus allow to iterate over it partially or something like this way. So we will be talking to more on slicing of a string in the upcoming section of this chapter. So now this is all about how the string is represent, showing and hold the value of a string variable. Okay, so what does mean by traversing in a string or a string iteration? Traversing in a string, it means that visit or process or shows each characters of a string from first position to the last position. Like here in case of hello world, if I say that traversing, that means we have to go 0 position, 1 position, 2 position, 3 position, and this way we have to traverse each character of this string variable is called a string traverser. String traverser. Traversal. Okay, that is traversing in a string variable. Similarly, if you have a string collection, or I would say string list, then visiting each item of a string list is also called traversing in the string list. Okay, so let's see how we use or we can get the value of a string object using Python. I'm just logging in the my terminal mode here, right? And so here you can see that. Let me clear STRA, that is it's showing me the single characterizing, and I'm using the double quotes to represent my hello world. If I print this, then it will return the hello world. Now if you want to access like a particular character of a string, then what I'll do, I just print STRA and mention the particular position character. Like if I say 1, then it will be print E for me, right? Now this is all about the thing. What way to store the multi-line character? So let's mul str, okay, and now putting the double three quotes and I'm putting the hello world. Welcome to Python programming. So you can see here when I press enter, it did not return me the syntax error. The Python automatically understood that this line should be int with 3 times double quotes, and this is the value they are showing representing the multi-line string character. Now at the end what I'll do, I just press enter and then put the double quote and I press enter, then the multi-line string store these three line string value inside this string variable, and if I print it, it will be return me these all multi-line string here. So that's way we can use the string. Now the what is called traversing in a string. Traversing a string is a way to visit each character or get each character or return each character of a string. How it is happen? So it happens like this way. Like if I use the for loop and int I in like STRA, right, and I print I, then it will print for me to each character of the string in the next each line. So you can hear. Now if I like go here, okay, no issue. mul str, and if I print it, that okay. So now I'm coming int in, right, mul str, mul str, right, colon print I and press enter. You can see here it is printing the each character of this multi-line string. So this way you can see that I can get the each value of my string object and getting things done. So this is all about the string traversing and what it is. Now we will be see that what are the operations in a string is possible in Python, and Python what are the methods and functions provide for the string processing or string operations. So let's jump there and see.